go. So we are seeing a couple different plays get some activity right now. We just had IZEA get a nice little pop. This just broke through $2. It's showing that activity is definitely moving in. What I am looking for, as you guys know, is BIOC. BIOC, this was the stock that I've been waiting for throughout the whole entire day. This is the stock I've been waiting for throughout the whole entire day. This is the stock that I think, has some of the best potential to rip and run. And this is what I want to see rip and run. Why do I want to see the stock rip and run? Well, because yesterday it went on a very big spike where it went from $4.50 all the way up to $8. That shows me as a trader that this stock can run easily. It also shows that hype can easily move through this play very quickly if it wants to. Why did this stock go on a nice rip and nice run? Because the day before this, on Tuesday, it had a reverse split. So this stock changed completely in price, and the stock right here got a lot of activity, got a lot of volume. Now, in my past, I've seen a lot of plays make some massive, massive moves on reverse splits. So that's why I definitely want to watch this. Now, this was a stock I've been watching throughout the whole entire day because I thought maybe it could even open up and go on a nice rip. It could have gapped up and went on a nice rip. So seeing it with the gap down, I've been waiting for it to break one line. And what line has that been? Right around the 675 mark. Why 675? Why does that matter? Well, you could see we first ran up right towards around 675. That establishes some sort of resistance line for us. After the stock came back down, we found a lot of support right around this 550 mark. Once it got back above $6, because we could see, we kind of broke down into a couple different little channels. We were hoping we'd hold $6. What happened? It came back down towards around 550. It hit $6, came back down to 550. Hit $6, came back down to 550. Hit $6, came back down to 550. Hey, break of $6. We haven't been able to break it 3 times. What happened? We got a nice pop right here. We ran up very good. This ran all the way up to where? Its old resistance line of 675. Started coming back on down. Now, again, the stock is trying to make its another move on up, which would be what? It would technically be the third touch. The third touch, we have our first touch right here. We have our second touch right here. And now building higher lows, we're looking for a third touch to break up through 650, up through 675 to get that nice big breakout and that nice run. Third touches is what I personally always love to play. It's why I'm looking at BIOC for an entry coming up at the break around 660. Why is that? Look at this. 1 touch right here, 2 touch right here, 3 touch right here. We get a nice pop. We get a nice run. 1 touch right here, 2 touch right here, move on up, you come on up towards around 675, get a nice pop, you get a nice run. So that's what I'm looking at, coming up in the future. We can also see another example would be like something along here. 1 touch right here, 2 touch right here, we come on up, we get that nice pop, we get that nice breakout in the near future. We have our nice 1 touch right here, we have our nice 2 touch right here, we come up to third touch, we get our nice pop, we get our nice breakout in the near future. So basically, again, this one would probably look the most similar if we're comparing patterns right here, but we have our initial run, we have this big U shape, we get our climb back on up, and I'm looking to see if this is going to be able to get that hype back above 650 to see if this thing's really going to start going. Right above 650, probably 655, I'm going to start market ordering a couple shares in, and then as it gets closer to some resistance, market order more and more and more in until we could possibly get that breakout. So I'll probably start market ordering some shares probably around like 655 in, try to get filled. Then if it could get up towards 660, do a couple more, 675 break, do a couple more, and then from there I'm looking, for this sort of move. So I just, again, before the stock, even has its potential to make a climb, I just want to make sure everyone completely understands, what are my, thoughts about this play, what I'm looking to do with this play, and obviously I'm going to go from there. So, that's the only play I'm currently, concerned on at this moment. But obviously, penny stock wise as well, we do have IZEA, still getting some good activity, still making a nice big run, and still has some action. It's not even 2:15 yet. We still got about an hour 50 left in this market. IZEA definitely has some potential, but my number one concern is over on BIOC, just slowly creeping on up for a possible third touch. So this is what I'm, focused on. That's what I'm looking at. And, break of 650 is probably when I'm going to get started on this play. And then because I can imagine a lot of activity and volume, start moving in on that play. We do have our bottom $6 support. It is still getting held up a little bit at around that 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average, which is one of the reasons why the stock, is not moving up super strong at this moment, is also chilling. As you guys can see, that blue line right here. So let's look at that exact price. BIOC, a little pullback. So again, can't touch this play right now on BIOC. Can't touch this play until we really break that line. Pull back at this moment. But that is chilling right at 632. That is chilling at 632. So that's why, right here, we couldn't get back above the 650 mark. So it looks like it's going to have a little bit of a pullback, and it's going to probably take another, maybe 30 to 40 minutes before it can U-shape on up. So, I mean, it's good to have BIOC on watch 100%, but until it breaks that 632 mark, gets in the 640s, getting 650s, I'm not touching it. It's disciplined trading. That's all it comes down to. Would I love to make $100 today? Yeah. Would I love to make $1,000? You bet you. Would I like to make $10,000? Let's do it. But I'm not going to put my money in until my plan is there. I have a game plan. I'm going to stick to it. I'm not getting emotional. I'm not going to say, well, if I buy right now, I can make more money. I could buy right now, but what else could happen? It could drop all the way down to $5 and I can lose a ton. What if you buy right now and it does spike? Well, then you know what? It spikes and I'll get in a couple more cents. Greed is what will kill your account. I'm playing the ticker. I'm playing the chart. I'm playing the stock. I'm not playing my emotions. I don't care what I want. Wall Street doesn't care how much I want to personally make. Doesn't care how much Sean Dekmar wants to get involved on this play. They don't care. It's the ticker. It's the chart. No matter how badly you sit and say, please go up, please, it won't matter at all. So you have a game plan. You stick to your game plan. That's the most important thing. And that's what I'm going to be watching for. Does anyone have any questions about IZEA? Does anyone have any questions about BIOC? If you guys do, again, please don't hesitate to ask. But if you have a question about IZEA, definitely let me know. If you guys have a question about BIOC, please definitely let me know. Obviously, right now we're kind of waiting for that 3 o'clock range to come. We'll see if IZEA can hold this trend line. It's coming back down and starting to test this trend line at the moment. I would love to get a trade in today. Again, I have not traded all day today. I've been sitting back, kind of just waiting for that activity to push through, waiting for that volume to come through. I've been very close to pulling the trigger. As you guys know, I thought I was going to pull it last time on BIOC. I thought I was going to get it, where we're going to see this break, again, up towards 670 right here. I thought this little pop, you see this little climb right here? If we got above 650, I was probably going to go. Why would I go right here? Little side note. I'm going to make this big. And if you guys were here yesterday, this would be a perfect example of basically the lesson we went into. So why would I pull the trigger right, probably right around this area? And simply enough, guys, wouldn't this, again, not only is this the 1, the 2, the 3 touch. We already know it's the 3 touch, right? We already established that. About, U-shapes. If I'm buying right here, what do I know about this U-shape? We have the A wall, right? Remember this now? The B wall, the C wall. And then we have the D, which could be the breakout line. So where do we buy stocks? Not on A, because A could just be dumping. B is where the stock is platforming out and building support. And C is where we're coming back on up. So I always like to buy right here. That's where I love to buy. I love to buy here because if the stock climbs and hits resistance and starts falling, okay, I sell it here. And guess what? That's still higher than the price I bought it at. I still make money. Or the stock, I buy here and the stock starts rising, and it hits this mark. And then what is it? It breaks out. Okay, well, now I'm just banking a ton. So it's like no matter what, I'm making money buying right here on the C-wall. But you have to know where to buy on the C-wall, and that's the break of 650. So when 650 breaks, it's I could say 9 out of 10 times it's going to test this high of the day mark of around 675. So if it starts falling back down, I get out. I'm still making money regardless. May not be as much as I want, but I'm still making money regardless. If it breaks this mark, well, now I'm just straight up banking. So, that's where I was close to pulling the trigger if we could have broke 650 here. Now we're back on down. Got to wait for another big U-shape to come on up. This is, I think, maybe take a little bit of time. As long as it holds $6, we do got some good support around this area, and we start creeping our way back up to 616, 620, 625. We start seeing some green and start making another U-shape. Hey, that's when that thing could possibly start going again. BIOC, this move right here, we're basically just looking for that third touch, as we explained before. So BIOC, it needs to break through A, 632. 632 is this blue line. Okay, that's that blue line which represents the 50-day moving average. We know that right next door is around the 675 mark. 675 is where the stock spiked at the start of the day, fell back down. Then the stock ran back on up, hit 675, fell back down. So what we have, one touch, right? We have two touch, correct? Now, if it could ever come back on up, that would be what? Our third touch. And we know with third touches, that could lead to our breakouts. So we have our one touch up high right here, one touch, one touch. We have two touch, two touch. Now, if we ever make this nice big U shape and rip on up, U shape and rip on up, that would be our third touch. Okay, so I'm looking for this right here. I'm looking for one touch, two touch, three touch for that rip right there. I'm looking for one touch, two touch, three touch for this rip right here. So BIOC, just want to make sure you guys understand that and see that. Resistance at this time is, again, the blue resistance line at 650, or excuse me, at 632. That's the 50-day moving average. So we want to wait until we break through 630, but then breaking through 675 is where the big volume would come through. So where do we want to get in at? 630 is where the 50-day moving average is. 675 is where there's going to be a lot of strong resistance. So we want to look somewhere probably around 650 break, 655 break. Why is that? Because we don't want to buy probably the break of 630 because it could be a little pop and a little fake out breakout. Buying 650 or the break of 650, we're probably guaranteed around 20 cents. If we're already up near 650 and above the 50-day moving average at 630, we're most likely going to be getting upwards of around 670. So that would be, as we know, buying on the C-wall. So we'd be buying on the C-wall, as we already know when we talk about our U-shaped breakout patterns. I understand it's a channel, but inside a channel, what do we have? Again, we have our first rip, second touch, third touch, where we're looking for that breakout. Starting to get some activity starting to come on up over on BIOC. High alert on this play. Entries that I'd be looking at are where? Entries I would probably start market ordering a little bit, probably 500 at a time at the break of around 650. 660 and then 670 is where things would really start picking up. So BIOC, I'm definitely still keeping this play on high watch right here for that possible break. I just want to make sure that you guys, let's see, still watching out for that possible break to see if that comes on up. So I want to make sure we are all good, ready to rock in case it does start moving. BIOC guys starting to go. BIOC right now starting to go. Let's see if we break and run at this last little bit right here. 684, 2,400 shares. So this play right now is trying to get some activity towards it, and let's see if we're going to get this pop on this last 40 minutes. Did we just get halted? We're not halted yet. Did not pop on the hold scanner yet. So we're not halted, but it's right at the 680 mark, and I want to see we break 680, get up to $7 now. If you guys are in, I want you guys banking, of course. 684 on the bids. Let's see if we break through $7 on a strong note. Here we go, $7 starting to go through. I want everyone banking on this last little bit right here. And let's see if we get, any sort of ripping up to $7 and some good activity. It spiked big yesterday. Let's see if it's going to spike big at the end of the day today, because this is the final chance it has. Third touch, final chance it has. Again, be smart, maybe lock in some shares as you guys go, but I would love to see a $7 break. We don't have, again, crazy volume. Let's see if we get the $7 break here. There's $7 breakthrough BIOC. There's 702. I want everyone here banking. I want every single person here making money right now. Okay? And I want to make sure that everyone is leaving this day profitable. So we are seeing the stock still move on up right here on BIOC. And tell me the stock market's not predictable. Tell me it's not. This is what we like to see. This is predictable trading. This is how we make our money. BIOC, we can call this from a mile away. We can write books on this. Awesome work, guys. So let's see how far this one's going to go. As you guys can tell, right now we have some, good money going towards this play right now. Not bad to lock something in. Also, again, a possible swing trade coming on up on BIOC. But awesome work. And it is payday, baby. And I wanted every single person, again, 100% ready for that rip, 100% ready for that climb. Lock out as you guys move up right here. Make sure you guys are leaving, with money, of course. But awesome, awesome work. Boom, baby. Let's go. There we go. Let's see how much we're going to be making even more. I am locking out a little bit. I have a total of 2,000 shares, locking out 1,000 here. Just to, again, make sure I'm making about $500. And I want to see if I can swing the rest maybe. I may even try to look for a swing. So this is, we've been talking about this play since today. I said if I'm going to trade a stock, this is going to be the one. This was the only play I was interested in today. The only one. The only play I was interested in today. And now look at this thing run, baby. Look at it go. This is, again, easy trading. But I am so excited for you guys. So excited, so fired up. And, those get me so happy when not only, I'm able to make some big profit, just underneath $1,000. It's $363, $243, $552, $700, $570, $210, $400, $192, $800, Bangle, awesome. Tabasco, $800, awesome. $120, awesome. $170, awesome. $250, awesome. $580, Valor, $1,000, awesome. $130, $157. Abe beat me $870, awesome. That's Bangle. Just killing it. So seeing you guys bank and learning these patterns and being confident enough in yourself to just be like, hey, I'm going to pull the trigger. That's what makes me so ecstatic.